Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day so far. Don't go to a reading yet. I'm going to give you a closer look at the crystals and I'm going to explain the cards so you can have all the information that you need to get to the right reading. We're taking a look at insecurity today, and I think that it's beautiful that you've ended up at this video. You're looking to work through the insecurity. I think this is a type of shadow work personally because you're dealing with things that are uncomfortable. You're dealing with things that you want to make better and overcome, things like that. So we're using the El Goliath Tarot deck today. This is actually a shadow work deck, so this is perfect for this. It is very honest, and we'll get a lot of good information from it today. The cards that you have here on the table, the oracle cards, are from the multidimensional Devas. These are very beautiful cards, abstract images made by Silicon Way. I love this deck. If you're curious about seeing more of these cards or cards from the El Goliath Tarot deck, I actually have a few videos on the channel that use both of these. So take a look at those if you want to see more of the images. I'll link one for you now. Otherwise, let me explain the spread and the questions that we're going to have answered today about insecurity. We're going to take a look at the root of the insecurity, what's preventing you from overcoming it, steps you can take to move past it, a strength of yours that you should focus on and use in this process, a place where you might find external support. So this could be a person or anything outside of yourself that might support you on this journey. We'll see whatever card we get. And then lastly, the outcome of addressing it. So we'll see what blessings, what good things come into your life once you address this insecurity. Before you select your reading, have an insecurity in mind. So have something that you would like to focus on and work through during this reading. If you maybe have multiple insecurities that you would like to address, you can do this reading multiple times. So select a new reading for each insecurity that you want to work through. Let's take a look at the crystals and the cards. We have a carnelian here first. And our first card is number 7, and this is the 7th dimension. There's a sacred tree on the image here, and this card is about eternity versus transience. So perhaps the number, the image, or the card meaning itself is speaking to you. We have a howlite. Number 22, manifestation. Next is a green opal. And this is number 3. This is the 3rd dimension, which is about the body and physicality. Next is a yellow calcite. This is card number 11, cosmic consciousness. This card is about awareness and love. Lastly, we have pyrite, very sparkly. And the card is number 9, which is the 9th dimension. This has to do with your dreams, not like your sleeping dreams, but like things that you want to accomplish in life, and sensitivities and emotions. Okay, hopefully one of these is speaking to you. If it's not, feel free to pause the video, leave the image on the screen, take a meditative break, 3 deep breaths at the very least, and maybe one will start calling out to you. You can go to your reading once you figure out where you're supposed to go. Make sure you take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you feel like you might have ended up in the wrong reading, that's totally fine. Just come back here to the beginning and select a new one. Thank you for joining me today. It's beautiful that you're doing this work. I want to commend you for that, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello and welcome to the first reading. You can see in the corner there's the carnelian crystal, and the oracle card is number 7, the 7th dimension, which you can see in the image has the sacred tree. It's also about eternity versus transience. Hopefully you had an insecurity in mind before you came to this reading, because it will be specific to the insecurity that you have in mind, and we're going to get a lot of information about the insecurity and how to overcome it. Our first card is the root of the insecurity. Before I turn that over, remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. If this is not sounding right at all, feel free to go back to the beginning and select a new video. Okay, we're going to take a look at the first card, the root of the insecurity. Queen of Cups reversed. So this security is not even rooted in you. It's actually rooted in other people, perhaps other people's opinions, the comments that other people have made about you, the way that other people treat you. That is what has created this insecurity for you. Let's take a look at what's blocking you. I'm going to move this because we'll look at that next. What's blocking you here? The Hangman. You just cannot see other points of view. I think that like people treating you this way, making those comments, saying those things about you has just prevented you from seeing yourself in any other light, that they've taken over your point of view and how you see yourself. So let's take a look at some steps you can take to overcome it. All right, we have the High Priestess. So it's good that you're here at this tarot reading, because doing things to get in touch with your intuition and your personal power is really going to help you. You have a strong intuition and a strong personal power. You just need to get in touch with it a little bit more. Get in touch with yourself. The thoughts that you have manifest into physical reality. So if you are thinking negative things about yourself, they're going to manifest, and we do not want that. So we need to get in touch with our personal power. That applies to everybody, not just you, but you in particular should get in touch with your personal power. Doing things like these tarot readings, following your intuition, making gut decisions, all of those things will really help you with that. Let's see if we can get some other information in the other cards here on the table. Let's take a look at a strength of yours or something that you should focus on that might help you in this process. The Three of Wands. Okay, so you are a very intuitive person. You're very creative as well. If you have creative things that you like to do, painting, drawing, writing, acting, anything creative, like you should use that, because showing yourself that you are successful in those creative endeavors will help you with this insecurity. Also, use your intuition. Your intuition is very strong. Get in touch with it more. Make more gut decisions. Show yourself that you have personal power, and that will really help you with this. Let's take a look at some outside support, external support. Death. Okay. Some chapter in your life is closing right now. It could be something has reached an end. This could be in any part of your life. Family, work, love. It could be anything. Some chapter is closing, and that is serving as a great opportunity for you to work on this and overcome this. You want to enter this new chapter in your life having this insecurity resolved. You want to feel secure in this new chapter. So the fact that you're in this transition period where something is ending is actually great and is a great support for you. This is the time to do it. This could maybe also refer to a Scorpio in your life. So if you have a Scorpio, that person might be able to lend some support for you on this journey. Let's take a look at the outcome. If you do overcome this insecurity and you do all of this work, Hermit reversed. So you will learn more about yourself, but the result of it is that you're going to feel more comfortable coming out of your shell, showing your true self and connecting with others. If you find authentically connecting with other people a little difficult right now, if you work through this insecurity, it'll be much easier for you. You'll be able to show your true self and use that and connect with other people with your true self. And I think that is beautiful. And the Hermit is just all about learning more about yourself as well. So you'll just get more in touch with that. But when it's reversed like this, it's about coming out of that isolation, coming out of that connecting with other people. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I wish you all of the best with this, and if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. I love to see comments, and I respond to all of them. So if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share, please do so in the comments. If you haven't already, leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel, so that really helps me out. Otherwise, thank you for spending some time with me today. It's really beautiful that you ended up here and you want to work through this insecurity, and I hope you'll join me in a future video. Welcome to reading number 2. On the left, you can see the howlite crystal, and the oracle card is 22 manifestation. So perhaps you're manifesting something right now. Maybe that's why you were drawn to this reading. I hope you had an insecurity in mind before you selected this reading, because we're going to take a deep dive into it. We're going to figure out the root. We're going to figure out how to overcome it and what might happen if you overcome it. So I'm excited. Again, it's beautiful that you're here trying to work through these things. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you feel like this reading makes no sense, go back to the beginning and select another one. Let's start with the root of this insecurity. Interesting. Okay, the world. The world is like the realization of goals, the completion of a cycle. Let me pull another card just to see if I can understand a little bit more about what this might mean. Okay, the Knight of Wands. So I think that the Knight of Wands is about working on something. Wands typically has to do with action and work. Perhaps the insecurity is rooted in the fact that you're worried that you might not realize your goals. And maybe perhaps with the Knight of Wands, concerned that you might have bitten off more that you can chew, or perhaps the effect that all of this has on other people, things like that. Let's take a look at something that's blocking you. I'm going to move this because we'll look at that next. Something that's blocking you is, the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is preventing you from overcoming this. There was an incident of loss, a lost opportunity perhaps, that you really regretted, and that made you lose a lot of hope, made you feel very defeated. That experience is what's preventing you from overcoming this insecurity. Let's take a look at steps you can take to move past this insecurity. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, so you need to do more learning. If you do more learning about the situation, you will feel more confident in yourself and it'll help you overcome this insecurity. Educate yourself. If other people that are older and wiser and more experienced are trying to give you advice, take it. And if they're not giving it to you, perhaps seek it out. Find a mentor. A mentor will really help guide you through this process and help you overcome this insecurity. Share and cooperate with other people as well. Let's take a look at a strength of yours that you should focus on / use. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I do think that this is something to do with like work or something that you want to achieve. Eight of Pentacles, you are patient. You know how to do hard work and how to wait for something to pay off. Really apply yourself to this, and you can apply yourself to overcoming this insecurity as well. Apply yourself to it. Chip away at things. It's going to be a long process. It's not going to go quickly. So be ready to put in the work and be patient. And with this card, pay attention to detail. So if that's a strength of yours, use that. Pay attention to detail here. Let's take a look at an external support. Nature. Wow, you are lucky. Nature is on your side here. Nature wants to help you grow. So get outside, spend time in nature, go for hikes, take off your shoes in the grass, get your toes in the earth, swim in the sea, swim in a lake, swim in the river. Just go outside and spend time in nature, and that's really going to help keep you grounded and will help you through this process. Let's take a look at the outcome of addressing this insecurity. King of Pentacles. Wow, that is powerful, especially if this is something achievement / work related. If you overcome this insecurity, you will find security and you will find success and wealth. And if this is something like business related, that is going to go really well for you. This is such a powerful, positive card. So definitely work through this insecurity because you definitely want to achieve that and get to this spot. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed your reading and that it resonated. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so that really helps me out. Thank you for spending some time with me today. It's beautiful that you're here trying to figure out how to overcome insecurity and doing this shadow work. I really commend you for that. And I hope that you will join me for a future reading. Welcome to reading number 3. You can see on the left, there's the green opal, and the oracle card is number 3, the third dimension, which is about the body and physicality. So I hope you had an insecurity in mind before you came to this reading, because we're going to take a deep dive into that insecurity, figure out how to overcome it. We're going to get a lot of good information. I'm looking forward to it. It's really beautiful that you're looking to overcome insecurities. And with this reading, take what resonates, leave the rest. If you feel like this is not making much sense for you, feel free to go back to the beginning and select a new one. So let's get started. We're going to take a look at the root of this insecurity. 5 of Swords. Okay, so this insecurity is rooted in like this bullying situation. This could be, there's two things that this could be. This could be an actual bullying situation from the past where somebody was really mean to you, really hurt you, you had a conflict with them, they were perhaps saying things to you, and that has instilled this insecurity in you. This could also be within yourself. So it could be rooted in these overwhelming negative thoughts that you have about yourself, being very overly critical, like bullying yourself. That's what this could be rooted in. Let's take a look at what's preventing you from overcoming this. Let me move this because we'll look at this next. Queen of Swords. Okay, so you are very critical of yourself. You're very harsh to yourself. You're very judgmental. That is what's really holding you back, those kind of attitudes and those thoughts that you have about yourself. Let's take a look at steps you can take to overcome this. Sage. This card is unique to this deck, so you need to remove negativity from your life. You need to cleanse yourself. We need to get rid of those toxic thoughts, and ways that you can do that is by taking like a cleansing bath with Epsom salts, anything that you want. If you're into herbs and crystals, you can use those to help create your cleansing bath. Alternatively, you can journal, write things down that you want to let go of, and then burn it and have this like releasing, let go ritual, and that might help you here. Let's take a look at a strength of yours that, a strength of yours that you should focus on and perhaps use in this situation. Two of Swords reversed. Okay, so let yourself be vulnerable. I think you are open-minded, and you should use that here. Try to be a little bit more open-minded about yourself. I think you're really gentle with other people. You need to extend that gentle nature to yourself and be more gentle to yourself. Let's take a look at an external support that might help you here. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a new opportunity that might present itself, and you should take it. It could be related to business, money, any goals that you have set. You should take that opportunity because it'll help you on this journey. I think perhaps it'll give you an opportunity to break those negative thought patterns that you have about yourself and see yourself in a more positive light. Perhaps that's what the opportunity will assist you with. Let's take a look at the outcome if you address this insecurity. King of Cups. Wow, that's powerful here. So if you address this, you will become a master of your own emotions. You're going to have a really deep understanding of the human psyche. So you'll really understand yourself, and you'll have a really good understanding of other people. You'll feel more secure in your sense of self. So if you feel like right now you don't really know who you are, that will change if you address this insecurity. You'll have a lot more balance in your life, especially because you can see that things are out of balance here with this Five of Swords. Like the black scorpion is much bigger than the white one. Addressing this insecurity will bring more balance, and you'll be able to use this experience to help other people, guide other people, give advice and things like that. Okay, I hope the reading resonated. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I really commend you for being here and doing this work. I wish you all the best. And thanks for spending time with me today. I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Welcome to reading number 4. I hope you had an insecurity in mind that you would like to work through in this reading. We're going to take a deep dive into it, figure out how to overcome it, and what the results will be if you do overcome this insecurity. On the left, you can see the yellow calcite, and the oracle card is number 11, which is cosmic consciousness. So that is all about awareness and love. Let's start with taking a look at the root of the insecurity. But before I do that, I have to say, like I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest. If you feel like this is not your reading, then feel free to go back to the beginning and select a new one and see what that has to say. So let's take a look at the root. Oh, the Tower. Okay. So this could mean two things. You have experienced sudden change in the past, like devastation, turmoil, chaos, like things went horribly wrong. It was shocking, outside of your control. And that's kind of where this insecurity started, was in that experience. This could also mean that you are afraid of this, and this insecurity is rooted in a fear of this. So a fear that something outside of your control will happen, it'll rip everything away from you, it'll be devastating, it'll bring chaos, things like that. So if you have had an experience like that, that's what perhaps has initiated this insecurity, or you might just be afraid of something like that happening. Let's take a look at the next card. And that card is what's preventing you from overcoming it, or so like a blockage. I'm going to move this because we'll look at that next after. Okay, the Two of Cups. So I think that there's some kind of a broken union in your past, that like maybe a betrayal, broken trust, like a romantic situation didn't work out. This could be one of yours that didn't work out. This could also be like something that you maybe witnessed. Somebody in your life had this union that didn't work out, but it could also be your own past relationship that didn't work out, and it's left you feeling kind of alone. And the feelings that are related to that experience is what's blocking you. So let's take a look at these steps you can take to move past it. Death. Okay, so if you did have a romantic situation that didn't work out, it's time to evolve and change and let it go. Death is all about transformation, and after death comes rebirth. So let go of the past. Do not cling to something that is dead. Do not cling to it, because it will not serve you. It's time to move into the future, transform, and rebirth. We want to focus on the rebirth aspect of this. Let's take a look at a strength that you should focus on, or you could perhaps use in this situation. Sorry, had a little bit of a brain reset. Okay, so the Ace of Wands. I think that you are ambitious. You are secure in some areas of your life, and you should really lean on that. Use that to help build your confidence and your security. You're maybe ambitious. You have a lot of new ideas. Wands to me is about action and doing stuff and work. So perhaps it's that area of your life. You create new opportunities for yourself, and I think that's beautiful. That's an incredible strength to have. You are probably good at manifesting, and that's that idea of creating new opportunities for yourself. So use that in this situation. If you're looking for a change, if you're looking like it's time to let go and rebirth, think about what you want to do, where you want to go. Use this as a new opportunity. Let's take a look at some external support. The Moon. Interesting. You have the Moon on your side. I do think that that's what it is. You do have the Moon on your side. Perhaps you're very connected to the Moon, or you maybe have a lot of Cancer placements. The Moon card in tarot is also about Pisces, so you could have some Pisces placements. The Moon is on your side. Use nighttime. Use the Moon if you like to do, stuff like rituals with the new moon and the full moon. Perhaps that's how you maybe do some of your manifestation. Use that. The Moon is going to help you. This card could also be about the sea. So if you feel a connection to the sea, or you live near the sea, spend some time by the water. That will help you as well. Let's take a look at the outcome of actually addressing this insecurity. Eight of Swords reversed. So you'll be able to feel more vulnerable with other people. You'll be more comfortable being vulnerable if you address this insecurity. A lot of the blockages and the barriers that you are facing, the obstacles, will be removed if you deal with this insecurity. You're going to feel free and empowered and ready to reconnect with the world and the people around you. And I think that's lovely. Okay, I hope this reading resonated. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel, so that helps me out. Let me know in the comments what's going on. I wish you all the best with this situation, and thanks for spending some time with me today. I commend you for doing this shadow work, and I hope you'll join me again in a future video. Welcome to reading number 5. You can see on the left there's the pyrite crystal, and the oracle card is number 9, which is the 9th dimension, which has to do with highest dreams, sensitivities, and emotions. I hope you had an insecurity in mind before you ended up here, because we're going to take a deep dive into that specific insecurity. Before we get started, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like this reading is not making much sense for you, maybe go back to the beginning and select a new one. Let's start with taking a look at the root of this insecurity. 5 of Pentacles reversed. So it's rooted in a lack or a scarcity mindset. Perhaps you're very afraid of things being taken away from you. You're afraid of scarcity. You're afraid of lack. And you're afraid of needing to pull yourself out of these difficult situations. Maybe there's like this fear as well of being a victim, things happening to you that you don't really have much control of. Let's take a look at what is blocking you or preventing you from overcoming this. I'm going to move this because we'll look at that after. Queen of Swords. So I think perhaps you are a little too harsh. You're a little too critical and a little too judgmental, and that can be of yourself. So that this like strong negative thoughts that you're having where you're being very critical and very harsh, that is what's blocking you from overcoming this insecurity. Let's take a look at action steps that you can take to overcome this. Masks. Wow. Okay. I'm always shocked when I see this card. It's just a very powerful image. And I actually don't see it very often, so I'm a little surprised that it's come up here. I think this is telling you two things. Remove the mask. You're not a sheep. You are a wolf. This image is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and you can see that there. You are truly a wolf. You need to stop pretending that you're a sheep. You know that you can do what it takes to survive. You know how to fight. You know how to get what you want. So you need to stop pretending that otherwise. The second part of this card is beware of manipulators and liars around you. Beware of other wolf in sheep's clothing that might be around you. Beware of those people. Unmask those people as well. But I do think that the stronger interpretation of this in this case is that you need to realize that you are a wolf. You're powerful. You know how to do what needs to be done, and acknowledge that about yourself. Let's take a look at a strength that you should focus on or use here. 6 of Pentacles. You know how to be generous. You're very generous. You know, you understand that life is a give and take, and you do have a lot of knowledge, and you know how to get what you need, right? Like, which we just talked about there. Use that here. That will help you with this insecurity and overcome this insecurity. Let's take a look at some external support. 3 of Pentacles. There are people in your life that are willing to mentor you, that are very knowledgeable. They can give you very wise advice and they have very wise guidance. You should use those people. They want to help you. They're there for you. You'll learn a lot from talking to them, and they'll give you really good advice. You just have to seek it out and you have to listen. Let's take a look at the outcome if you do resolve this insecurity. Oh, the Fool. Okay. A new opportunity is going to be presented to you if you're able to overcome this. It'll be a brand new journey, a brand new start. You're going to feel very excited about it. You'll be ready to take the leap. It'll feel like just a really fresh start, and I think you'll feel very positive about it. So I hope that this reading resonated for you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel and that really helps me out. I really commend you for doing shadow work. It's hard to do, and I'm very grateful that you're here with me and that you spent some time with me. I hope you'll join me again in a future video, and I hope that you gained some insight into this insecurity today.